A very good evening and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. The past 3 days, 3 or so days, has not been easy, especially in Kenyan politics, and not only in politics, but in Kenya generally. After the loss of the late Right Honorable Odinga, whereby all parts of the country, everybody was mourning, is still up to now, people are mourning. Different people are mourning, different age groups are mourning, different age sets are mourning because of the loss of His Excellency Raila Odinga. Of course, we've witnessed what has happened since he died in India. He was brought back to Kenya. We witnessed what happened in Kasarani. We witnessed what happened yesterday at Nyayo Stadium. We've also witnessed what has happened today at Mamboleo. And we are just waiting for the last respect when Raila Odinga will be laid to rest tomorrow at Opodo Farm. That is Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. But that one said and done, because we've talked about it. A lot of people have talked about it. Let us jump to Uganda, whereby we have got a breaking news. Now, before I talk about the breaking news, fellow Kenyans, that is in Uganda, let me just remind you guys that if at all we're meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button. You can as well like, you can share. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think and where exactly you are watching this video from. If you're within the country, tell me which part of the country you're watching this. And if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country you're watching this video from. And also, guys, I have a funeral which I'm only remaining with 1 week. The burial is next week. And I'm just requesting you guys to stand with me. There are things that I'm supposed to be bought. The coffin, the mortuary bill is there, and then the transport is there. So I'm just requesting, guys, if you can stand with me. Thank you, guys, for those who already started sending. I've received their messages. I can't mention because of the private purposes. But if you've sent, I've seen your message. Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you. Asanteni sana. Mungu azidi kuwabariki na Mungu awaneemeshe. Before I talk about the breaking news of Uganda, guys, let me quickly ask you this question. As a Kenyan citizen, or as a person who knew Raila, who knows Raila, who knew the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, that is the late, in just a few words, how can you describe Raila Odinga? Let me know that at the comment section. Who is Raila Odinga to you, or how can you describe Raila Amolo Odinga? Now, this is the breaking news. Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni is hospitalized in critical condition.
Those beer drinkers are the most useful people. Because each beer has got a tax on it. So the more beer they drink, the more revenue we will get. But if you have got families which you don't have any income, which therefore don't contribute to the development of the country, the country, how would you?
I repeat, the longest serving president of the third longest serving president of Africa, and the sitting president of Uganda, that is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has been hospitalized. Of course, we know very well that Uganda right now is in the process of the election, whereby they are campaigning. We have got two contestants. We have got Bobby Wine.
Jab.
also we have got Yoweri Museveni.
Lakini Mheshimiwa Rais, ningependa kabla sijaketi chini nikwambie tu, nikuombe kabla hujaenda retire nyumbani, kwa sababu watu wanakupigia kura kwa wingi sana, tunakuomba uweke Afrika Mashariki kwa united, ikiwa kitu kimoja, tusikuwe na bora, tusikuwe na maneno mengi. Nimeshukuru sana. Asante sana. Thank you.
Remember, Besigye is still in custody, so there is no way Besigye can vie or can campaign. But we have got Bobi Wine outside. And also in Tanzania, the opposition, the current opposition, it's so funny that in Uganda, the current opposition is campaigning. Yeah, the sitting president is missing. And then in Tanzania, the sitting president is campaigning, the opposition, that is Tundu Lissu, I think Tundu Lissu, yeah, is in custody. So these things, hizi vitu zinachanganya. But let us talk about a little bit about Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Now, Museveni is, we all know, is the president of Uganda, and he took power since 1986 up to date. Is making him one of the longest serving leaders in Africa. Was born on 15th 1994 in Ntungano, Uganda. Education, studied economics and political science at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And then Museveni led a guerrilla war, that is a National Resistance Army rebellion, that overthrew President Milton Obote and later Tito Okello in 1986 when he took power. Since taking power, he has won multiple elections. Often amidst accusations of vote rigging, intimidation, and suppression of the opposition. And then initially, he has been seen as a reformist and liberator. Museveni rule has grown increasingly authoritative over time. And then he changed Uganda's constitution twice. First, removed presidential term limits in 2005, and later removed the age limit for presidency in 2017. Let me ask you this as we continue. Do you really think that this thing can happen in Kenya? No, let us just be honest here. First of all, you revoke the constitution twice. And then after revoking the constitution, you do away with the term limit of the president. So like, in Kenya, the term limit of the president cannot exceed 2 terms. That is 5 years, 2 terms, 10 years. You can't exceed that. And then you go ahead and say that there is no age limit of a president. So a president can serve as long as he wants, maybe hadi akufe kwenye kiti. Do you really think that those kind of things can happen in Kenya? I don't know. You tell me that at the comment section. And then Museveni is also a major player in East African politics, often meditating in regional conflicts and maintaining strong relations with the Western countries due to Uganda's role in regional security. I've seen a lot of people saying something on Twitter, on X, that this statement of Museveni missing in action or in critical condition is just one of the ways of Museveni wanting to miss Raila Odinga's burial. Let me ask this. So what will Museveni gain when he decides to boycott Raila Odinga's burial? No, just a question. I don't know. I'm just asking. I was talking to one of my friends who is in Busia, one of the greatest fans here. He called me. He does business along the border. So anaenda Uganda anachukua goods and kuja nazo Kenya. So he's like in and out of Kenya. So ako Kenya, Uganda most of the time. So we were talking with him, and he was telling me that Boni, in fact, he's the one that have just told me to talk about this. He was telling me that Boni, the truth of the matter is that Ugandans love Museveni very deeply. They love Museveni very deeply. In as much as maybe people might be thinking that Ugandans don't love Museveni, Ugandans love Museveni. na hiyo uongozi yake yote watu wa Uganda wanampenda. So I was like, okay, why do you say that? Why do you think that Ugandans love Museveni? And then he said that Ugandans love Museveni because of his ideologies. I don't know. I don't know his kind of ideological leadership that is making Ugandans love him. And hapa Kenya tukuna wetu hapa na most of the majority of the people don't love him. What is the difference? What is it that is bringing these two countries, making these two countries not be on the same page? Because mtu ameserve since 1986. Since 1986 up to now, hizo ni miaka ngapi? Around 35 years? Really, 35? 40. Actually, around 39. 39 years, 40 years. Let's just say 40 years. So mtu amekuwa uongozini hata kabla nizaliwe 40 years. Na bado unasikia anasema kwamba bado anataka nyingine aendeleze ile kitu ambacho alianza. And then unasikia kwamba watu wanampenda. Yes, we have Bobby Wine, who is really campaigning to become the president, to replace Museveni. But of course, everybody, kila mtu akona wafuasi wake. And with what I'm hearing, or what is on the ground, is that if Museveni, if at all anything happens now, of course, I told you this, that, you know, the issue of the death of the late Raila Amolo Odinga just started like this. It was just like rumors that, oh, Raila amepelekwa funeral home, mara Raila ni mgonjwa, mara Raila, and then Raila went missing. And then after going missing, I think the moment Raila went missing, that is now where people started asking questions. That where is Raila Odinga? Where is Raila Odinga? Where is Raila Odinga? And then people started sending messages. Oh, mwili wake uko funeral home, whereby a lot of photos that were taken during the time that I think Mwai Kibaki died, when the military walikuwa wamepanga line nje. Hiyo ndio time yenye the news of Raila Odinga started spreading, and hapo ndio tuligundua kwamba Raila is missing in action. And then after some times, we heard that he was in India. We started seeing some photos being posted. Raila in India, Raila anapokea matibabu, blah blah blah. But now people are getting confused, was that how comes Raila is not in the country, but now the wife is in the country. All the ODM delegates, all the ODM leaders are in the country. Raila Odinga is not in the country. What is going on? So hapo ndio kulianza kuwa na tatanishi kidogo. Watu wakaanza kujiuliza maswali kwamba what is going on, until the last minutes now that Raila passed on. So hii ya Museveni pia, I do say that don't always pray any bad thing to happen. Usiwahi omba mabaya kwamba mtu afe ama kitu kibaya kifanyikie mtu. I'm just trying to say that these things normally happen and they just start like this. Huwa zinaanza tu hivi, rumors, amepotea, onekani, blah blah blah, tarara. And then at the end of the day you come to realize, when wakati ambapo macho inafunguka ndio unakuja unagundua kwamba this person has died. I don't know whether we understand each other here. I don't know kama tunaelewana hapa. Nataka tuelewane. Unaona hiyo ishara Raila pia ilianza tu hivi. Kwamba Raila is not aonekani. Raila is missing. Just like right now this one of Uganda is like they are stating very well. This has come from, I think from Ugandan radio, one of the radio stations, one of the reporting radio stations, that he has been hospitalized. In fact, is in a critical condition. I don't know. Okay, do you agree with this issue that Museveni is just pretending? He wants to miss Raila Amolo Odinga's funeral? And I've seen some people talking about this photo. Are you seeing this photo whereby we have got here we have got Raila Odinga, we have got Museveni, and also we have got William Samoei Ruto. So some people are saying that in fact walijipanga vizuri, that Raila ameanza, Raila shaenda, and then now Museveni might follow the suit, and then now we remain with the last person. That is why I'm trying to say that tusiombe mabaya. Raila died because maybe his time had come. Tusianze kusema mara ameuawa, mara nini blah blah blah, a lot of issues, because when you talk about something too much without getting deeper into it, you cause a lot of tensions, a lot of confusions here and there, which is not the unnecessary. There is always that unnecessary ease. Just like, right now there is that unnecessary ease. Where is Museveni? You see, where is Museveni? Is he alive? Is he dead? So such kind of questions must arise. But all in all, let us just wait and see what is going to happen. And always pray that let them just be preserved. Wacha tu walindwe. That is what I can say, that wacha tu walindwe wote, wawe na maisha mema. Let them just have a long life, so that at least they can just let them continue. If Ugandans love Museveni, then so be it. Well, the problem with us human beings is that we really like judging. Watu tunapenda sana kujudge. If somebody does something good, you judge. If somebody does something bad, you judge. So tunakuwa kwa ile judgment point that, so unaona, the way we normally judge that Ugandans are really suffering under Museveni. But now Ugandans themselves are saying that they are normally okay. In fact, they love Museveni more than ever. They really love Museveni more than any other president. So that is where now the confusion, again, that is where the confusion is coming from. We are saying that they hate Museveni, but them, they're saying that they love Museveni. So that is why it's, let us just leave it at that point and pray so hard that may God preserve him. Mungu amlinde na Mungu awalinde tu, analinde watu wa Uganda. After all, guys, that is just my thought, and that is all I have for now. I would like us to watch some of the scenarios or some of the clips or some of the happenings ahead of tomorrow's Raila Amolo Odinga's burial. What exactly happened during the day? That's the recap of what happened during the day, the moment Raila Odinga landed at Kisumu International Airport, taken to Mamboleo showground, and then his body has been fled to Bondo. And I said yesterday that if they make a mistake of using the road, then mwili wa Raila Amolo Odinga itafika kesho. So let us watch this, and then please also tell me what you think at the comment section. Until we meet again, fellow Kenyans, I've been your host, Boniface. Bingo.
Back to talk about that, and of course find out how it was working with Raila in cabinet, because you're with him in cabinet. Yes. But then let's just listen into what's happening at Mamboleo grounds.
Kwa laini nzuri, ni wachache tu hapo mbele, na wanaomba mkiwa watulivu, hii shughuli tutaimaliza kwa haraka. Wale umemaliza, tunakutakia mema, moja kwa moja hadi nje ya uwanja, ili tuondoe msongamano huu. Umbali kwa upole Spider.